What's going on, you guys? My name's Matt Lejean. If you didn't know, I'm not a king, but I am a kingmaker. Welcome to my channel. Here on this channel, I like to teach you guys tips, advice, and some philosophies that I've learned and I personally used in my own life to go further and succeed faster than what most people have. So, if this is your first time watching, you should highly consider subscribing, you guys. Alright, you guys, so last Monday, July 17th, was actually my 25th birthday. So this video, I'm going to give you guys five tips of advice that I've learned over the course of those 25 years here on Earth. So let's get right into it with tip number one. Alright, you guys, tip number one. Don't be afraid to start something new. I feel the problem with most people, honestly, is the fact that they're so afraid and they're so caught up trying to fit into the status quo of society that they never allow themselves the opportunity, the chance to really see what's out there and kind of play the field. So with this tip, I'm going to keep it simple. Don't be afraid to try something new. Even if it's something you never thought you could see yourself doing, try it. And you don't know where that's going to lead you. You don't know all the answers. No one does. You can end up being really good at it. And let's say worst case scenario, maybe you really suck at it, right? At the end of that period, you don't know where that trial is going to take you. You don't know if it's going to take you to a place you've always wanted to go, but you never thought you could actually go there. You don't know if it's going to connect you to people that can actually help you get to where you want to be and go further in life, you guys. So that's tip number one. Don't be afraid to try something new. Get out there and play the field. All right, you guys. Tip number two is experiences are better than materialistic things. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend money on materialistic things, but what I am saying from my own personal experiences, in the long run, investing money into experiences over materialistic things I wanted, like car parts, video games, clothes, it was just a better investment for me. And I think back to when I go to business events, networking seminars, or even leisure trips, like earlier this year when I went to a car show with some of my friends and we drove 2 hours down south in our cars. Every trip, even if it didn't go 100% to plan, even if I didn't get something that I wanted at the trip was still worth it to me. Because one, I met a lot of people, I networked. You guys know, if you guys watched the video for a while, I'm all about networking, and I always encourage people, get out and start networking to people more, right? Two, I've had people I've met through those networks, right? They still impact and give me value in my life today, and I'm really good friends with them, you guys. Again, going back to tip number one, you never know who you're going to meet when you invest into things. It's crazy. Some of the best friendships I've had have literally come from nothing, where I wasn't even expectant to have meet someone, and this person just happened to be in my life because they were at an event I was at. We happened to spark up a conversation, and now, we're best friends. We're building things together, you guys. So, like I said, I'm not saying don't spend money on materialistic things, but maybe start putting some money towards with some friends and go on some trips together. Just to go for the experience. And again, you don't know what's going to happen. And I guarantee you'll start understanding that your experience going somewhere, even if it's somewhere not even far away, it's going to be worth it, because at the end of the day, once you buy something, it's going to lose your interest over time. But memories and experiences, they're always going to be. Tip number three, invest in yourself. You guys, if you know me and you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know that one thing I'm very big about is self-growth. And how can I personally grow myself and develop myself? The one thing I find with a lot of people, especially in my age group, is they're too afraid to invest in themselves. Whether it's going to seminars, whether it's reading books, whether it's listening to audios, people are afraid to invest in themselves, and I don't know why, because it's literally been one of the greatest things I've ever done. People I haven't talked to in years that I went to school with, they talk to me now and they're like, dude, you talk so different. Like, I don't know what it is, but you just sound like so much better. But you sound better off. And the thing is this, you guys, doesn't matter if it's a gym, doesn't matter if it's books. The reason why you need to invest in yourself is because the more you grow, the more you'll know. And another thing to go along with it, and this kind of reflects on my last tip, the more you grow your mind and the more things you start learning, the more intelligent and sharp conversations you can start engaging with people, you guys. A lot of people would say they don't know people to help them get to where they want to be. Well, the real question is this. How do you expect to know those people if you don't want to grow? You're expecting someone who has a higher status than you that can help you get to where you want to be, but you don't want to grow to at least get closer to them so they'll have a reason to really start engaging with you. And you'd be amazed at what can happen once you start engaging with personal development and you start networking with people. You'd be amazed at the conversations you'll have the next time you go to the bookstore, you go to the personal development section, and you see someone who happens to be looking at the book you actually came in to buy. Instant conversation starter. Again, you guys, invest in yourself. It's one of the greatest things you can do, and you won't regret it. It's the return of investment on it, the ROI, it's insane. You literally will not regret it at all, because all you're going to do is constantly get better and better and better and better. All right, you guys, tip number 4. Don't half-ass things. If you guys have watched my past videos, you guys have heard my philosophy that I preach over and over again on how humans are the only organism in the entire world that don't do anything 100%. So just to kind of reiterate that and let you understand the philosophy if you haven't heard it, I want you to think of a gazelle and a lion, right? If that gazelle starts getting chased by the lion, do you think that gazelle is going to only run at 50%? Oh, wait. No, right? That gazelle is going to run at everything it's got, 100%, because it knows if it even goes to 99.9%, it's going to die. It's not going to see the next time the sun goes up or goes down. And, you know, we could flip the switch, right? Think about the lion. If that lion's chasing the gazelle, if that lion's not going to go 100% and chase that gazelle down, is he going to eat? Probably not. Which means what? If he doesn't eat, he's going to die, you guys. Again, people are the only organisms in the entire universe that half-ass things. And it's ridiculous because people will go try things and then they do it 50% and they wonder why they don't get any good results, you guys. So why don't you do that as a challenge? I challenge you for the next 30 days. Everything you do, give it your all and watch what happens. Watch the results you get. Watch how different people start going towards you. People are going to start noticing how much more better you are at things, and they're going to want to associate with you more. And again, the other thing is too, once you start actually investing yourself 100% into things, you'll notice that people with higher statuses than you will naturally be attracted to you because they see something in you they didn't see before. Last but not least, you guys, step number 5. That is, in the end, everything works out, you guys. I learned this back when I was 18. I can't honestly remember what it was that made me think of it, but at the end of the day, one thing I've noticed, this is why this is the last. I think this is truly the best tip out of all 5. And that's why I put it last. In the end, everything's going to work out. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that it's going to work the next day. It may not work the next week. Maybe not even the next month. Maybe not even the next year, you guys. But at the end of this trials and tribulations, whether it's at the point where we're looking at our grave, we're about to die, we're going to realize that everything worked out. Sure, we went through some hardships. Sure, there were some tough times, some rough waters, but you made it. You're stronger. I want you to think back of the last hardest thing you went through. You're still here, right? You're watching my video and you're going to subscribe, right? You got through it, and at the end, what did it do? It made you a better person, you guys. So with this tip, the one thing I want you to take from it is try and find the good in every experience. If you can't find it right in that moment, reflect on it. Try and look back and think, okay, what can I pick out of the situation that made me better, that made me smarter, that made me wiser, that made me just be better overall, you guys. That's it. That's my number 5 tip. And that's why, like I said, it's the best one because that's the thing that I learned when I was 18. And I realized that no matter what happens in life, no matter how bad, everything works out. And you may not understand it right away. You may not understand it for years. But at the end of the day, again, you guys, it'll all work out and it's all going to make you better. So that's it, you guys. Those are my top 5 tips that I've learned in my 25 years of life. So I only have one question for you right now. What are your top 5? If someone were to ask you what are your top 5 tips on advice in life, what would you give them? I want you to comment all 5 below, no matter how long or how short they may be. Give me 5, all right? And next to that, right under it, I want you to comment what was the number 1 tip that I shared with you in this video that gave you the most value, that made you think and made you feel wanted to go out and do something, you guys. Comment that below. As always, my name's Matt Lejean. I'm not a king, but I am a kingmaker, you guys. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, share this video with 3 friends, you guys, that could use this. And more importantly, if you did get value from this, I highly encourage you to hit the link in my bio and check out my book on Amazon. It's called Royal Habits, How to Manifest Your Wildest Dreams into an Incredible Reality, you guys. Check out the book, leave a review on it, and get in touch with me. All my social media feeds are below. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time, family. Keep it classy.